Today we'll be talking about an animated film named Salam. Now Salam is a final jury degree project by Jamshed Nasin, and it was guided by Professor Sumant Rao, and it's a beautiful film which deals with the topic named as interpreting the meaning of jihad. So basically the director is trying to interpret the meaning of jihad, which kind of means a strive or struggling effort expended by the individual Muslim to walk in the path of the God. Now the director found out the importance of this topic by things happening around. So for example, you have these news and newspapers which are constantly talking about Islam and the struggle and conversations of people around. So this kind of moved the director in order to work towards this particular topic. It's a very sensitive topic, and the director took care of going forward. Here you see he was talking about jihad in Quran. Now the meaning of jihad in Quran, as per the Quran, you have these written testaments. So the director also explored the meaning of jihad in Quran. So as you see here, these are some of the meaning and values that Quran is trying to deliver. The director also went on to go ahead and watch a lot of film and documentaries which kind of deal with this subject. So he watched films like Babel, The Message, which is the story of Islam, Muhammad, the Last Prophet, A Wednesday, which kind of deals with the same topic, also Muhammad, the Legacy of a Prophet. These documentaries also gave him more information and more idea on how this subject has been dealt with. Some more documentaries, some of the BBC documentaries and some talks on the same topic that the director went on to research. Some of the readings that the director did, like the articles from Islamic Supreme Council, some papers from Santa Clara University, also more research on peace with realism, BBC, some wiki knowledge that he gathered, and he came up with some sort of a mind map that you see on the right side. These jumbled up words kind of slowly made sense, and he tried to connect all these words to come up with his final story. So the finding that the director had was it was a forceful conversion, conquering and colonizing for economic gain, personal gain, love or sex, mass destruction, revenge, not begin by Muslims. It's also an internal struggle to build a good society, struggle to defend Islam as last resort. Only a supreme head can give order, attack only combatants, and gave first place to peace. So these were some of the words and information that the director found out after reading all that data, and that led to writing a further story. So he had some of these further story ideas. So he had like 1 or 2 stories and some sketches that you see here and some of the writings that he began with. Once he fixed the story, then he started doing thumbnails for his story. So as you see here, these are very tiny scribbles that kind of led to making the film. Some of the storyboards that you see here, these are some of the storyboards which talks about how the film is going to flow through as sequence of images. So this is some of the storyboards. The next stage after the storyboard was the animatics, which is basically a moving storyboard where one can understand the timing of the film by laying out these storyboard frames in time. These are some of the initial character design that the director drew. Very crude sketches, but at least he got an idea of how his character is going to look like. These are some of the final drawings of the character which later can be animated. On the right side you see a model sheet and some of the poses on the left side. So this is the final color design of the character, the colors that he chose, and the design of the face and the body structure and the proportions as per his film. Some of the other characters, like the mother's character, and some of the poses that the director went on to study. Some more sketches from the film, the character design of the mother, and some more expressive sketches that the director went on. This is sort of the final character of the film, and one more. So this is the final sketch of the mother in the film, and you see how beautifully the colors have been used to kind of create this particular character. Some more sketches from the other characters like the baby, and this is the final drawing and colored version of the baby. other subordinate characters that will be coming in the film, some of the designs. Now comes the set design and planning of the film. You see here, these are sketches from the room where the film is going to be, based. So these are some of the perspective drawings, and just to understand basically the whole design and planning of that particular set. This is another view of the same, so that you can understand where the action is happening. So the room was later modeled in 3D to get an idea of the space, and later on it was also textured using 2D textures to create the final look. Also, the director was trying to sort of find out the title of the film. He chose Salam as a title because Salam means peace in Arabic. It's also one of the name of God in Islam, and Islam is also the name derived from Islam. The final style that the director wanted was these are some of the inspirations and films that the director has watched over time, and he wanted the look and feel to be in this kind of zone. So these are some of his exploratory concept art sketches that the director wanted to explore, and you see the light and colors and the mood that these sketches reflect. Some of the shots from the trailer, these are the final shots, how the final film is going to look like. So basically the 3D set was rendered in 2D textures, and the final film was made. These are some more style explorations with understanding light and shadow and some textures, and how the final look of the film will be like. So you see here some of the 3D renders with 2D line drawing textures. So he was trying to explore how beautifully the medium can be explored of 3D, which still can look like 2D by applying 2D textures on top of 3D models. This is the planning for the animation. The animation was done in TV Paint, and on the left side you see these are the shots, number of shots that were planned for the film, and frame by frame the director animated each of these frames and textured it and colored it the same. The compositing and editing of the film was done in After Effects by rendering separate elements on a separate layer, like the shadow, the gradient, and the 3D assets. This is how the final film looks like, the mood and the textures that the director explored, and I think once you see the film you will understand how beautifully these come in shape in the final film. So let's watch the movie.
സലാം നീണ്ട 5 വർഷം.
അല്ലാഹു അക്ബർ അല്ലാഹു അക്ബർ. അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും വറഹ്മത്തുള്ളാഹി. അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും വറഹ്മത്തുള്ളാഹി.
ബിസ്മില്ലാഹിർ റഹ്മാനിർ റഹീം. യാ അയ്യുഹല്ലദീന ആമനൂ ഇദാ ലഖീതുമുൽ ലദീന കഫറൂ ദഹഫൻ ഫലാ തുവല്ലുഹുമുൽ അദ്ബാർ.
വേണ്ട. യാ അല്ലാഹ്.
ومن يولهم يومئذ دبره إلا متحرفا لقتال أو متحيزا إلى فئة فقد باء بغضب من الله ومأواه جهنم وبئس المصير وإن جنحوا للسلم فاجنح لها.
ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു പോവാ. എനിക്ക് കുറച്ച് കാര്യം ചെയ്തു തീർക്കണ്ട്.
മോനെ, എൻ്റെ മനസ്സ് പറയുന്നത് നീ എന്തോ കുഴപ്പത്തിലാണെന്ന്. നമ്മളോട് തന്നെ നീതി പുലർത്തണം. എന്നാലേ നമുക്ക് അള്ളാഹുവിനോട് നീതി പുലർത്താൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അതാ നമ്മളെ ജിഹാദ്.